Hi. Uh, this reading is for April 18th, 2025. I do daily one-card readings, kind of a daily practice for each astrological sign. I'm a beginner reader, so I have a beginner's tarot deck, and I have been reading straight off the cards. I have branched out to reading from one of the books that I have, which is a guided tarot for seamless readings. I like this book because it's very well organized, and so that is what I am currently doing. So I do one fan spread. I don't do reversals. I start with fire, go on to earth, air, and then finally water signs. And yeah, so I am learning as much as I am reading. I think the reading has a lot to do with the reader, how they interpret the cards. And since I'm a beginner, you don't just come into the world knowing how to read tarot. You have to learn the meanings, and I wanted to learn it slowly to know that I knew exactly what I was talking about. So I just got a beginner's tarot deck, and I've been doing the readings from there, and I'm branching out. This is one of 3 books that I have. I figure my learning will take a long time. So first up is fire signs, Aries. Ooh, 2 came up, not intentional whatsoever. King of Wands, though, and the Hierophant. So the King of Wands is could be you, could be someone else, could be just a general vibe. Leadership, authoritative, kind of strict, kind of just very forward motion. What is the word? Not overwhelming, but very authoritative. And gosh, I may think of the word here in a little bit. Anyway, it's fire, also associated with fire signs. Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. The Hierophant is seeking knowledge and instruction, maybe going the way of religion or law. So these 2 put together may be, and I always sit too far back, maybe an indication that you're embarking on something that is requiring you to study at the same time being a leader. That is interesting. So leadership, vision, big picture, taking control, daring decisions, boldness, optimism. And this is the King of Wands. And the Hierophant is tradition, social groups, conventionality, conformity, education, knowledge, beliefs. The affirmations on King of Wands is I am a visionary leader, and the affirmation for Hierophant is I honor my spiritual paths and traditions. So you may be leading a big group or being a leader toward not a cult. No, not a cult. But you may be beginning something spiritual, something beautiful, something wonderful that you could be a leader in. Seminary, or, embarking on, being a professor, something like that. So you may be starting a new career. You may be starting just a new branch of your life. But whatever it is, it seems like it's pretty major. The Hierophant is represented by Taurus, because of course they are. And your answer is maybe with the Hierophant, and yes, with the King of Wands. So first off is Hierophant. I'm doing the general readings. I like this book because it's also split up into specifics, like general reading. This is love, and this is personal, career. I do general. I'm going to do the general reading. So, and a little bit of the explanation. So the explanation is here. It starts with general, love, career, and then a personal. So a little bit of the general. Hierophant is an interpreter of sacred mysteries or esoteric principles. So this card evokes an ongoing quest for knowledge. An ongoing quest for knowledge. And they're kind of like the high priestess. The difference is, oh, I love differences. Yes. The high priestess channels her knowledge through her intuition, while the Hierophant studies and learns by upholding traditions, participating in rituals, and teaching ancient knowledge to others. So he goes the traditional route. And so the general reading is, the path of learning is never complete. Remain open to new courses of study and honor tradition while also forming your own unique set of beliefs and rituals. When you are ready to learn, be alert to the presence of a potential new teacher in your life. On the other hand, this teacher could be you, if you are in a position to share your wisdom with others. I got chills. I'm sorry, I got chills. That was amazing. That could be very prophetic. So, King of Wands. In tarot, kings are the master of their suit, representing stability, authority, and healthy masculine energy. The King of Wands represents the double element of fire. Okay, symbolizes pure ambition and action. Okay. So, stability, authority, and healthy masculine energy. General reading, the King of Wands may represent a person who embodies the qualities of leadership, authority, stability, and calm in the face of adversity. Leadership, authority, stability. So, authority and stability, masculinity, calm in the face of adversity, or this card may be asking you to step into an authoritative role in some area of your life. By relying on your instincts with maturity and confidence, you can take decisive action with enthusiasm. Notice how you react around others who display these characteristics. So this is a very clear-cut sign, in my opinion, that you're embarking on something where you are teaching, where you have knowledge that you can teach others, spiritual knowledge, traditional knowledge, but you are the clear leader in this group. You are the professor, the teacher, the just the authority here. On the other hand, this teacher could be you, or if you are in the position to share your wisdom with others. So that's for you today, Aries, King of Wands, and the Hierophant. Sorry, I took so long on that too. But it's just, I'm learning, so learning takes a little bit of time. Right, Taurus. Sorry, no, Leo. You have the Eight of Swords. So the Eight of Swords, very rarely get this. Very rarely in the last 4 months that I've been doing this. But I think it's feeling trapped. Feeling trapped, but notice the emphasis is on the word feeling. So often we impose our own barriers, and that is the case with the Eight of Wands. You're feeling trapped, but what you need to do is realize that you have bound your own hands. You can, at any point in time, walk away towards something new, something better suited for yourself. Trapped, restricted, victimized, paralyzed, helpless, powerless, imprisoned. Limitation and restriction. You may feel trapped by self-imposed limitations or by external circumstances, but there is always a way out. Your affirmation for today should be, I break free from limiting beliefs. Your answer is no. And Eight of Swords. Did I say Eight of Wands? I meant Eight of Swords. Eight of Swords. All right, you are ready to confront some limiting and uncomfortable constraints, including self-imposed ones, when you draw the Eight of Swords. And okay, so on it we see a woman blindfolded and tied up, though not tightly. standing by a watery beach and awaiting the incoming tide. 8 upright swords are planted in the sand around her, while a castle looms in the background. The blindfold suggests she cannot see a way forward, and her movement is hindered by her restraints, but the swords are not pointed at her. They merely surround her. This indicates fear of perceived danger or lingering issues from the past past holding you back from claiming agency for yourself. Claiming agency for yourself. I just like it whenever unique words are used in place of what could have been, like holding you back from claiming freedom for yourself. But no, they used agency. I'm sorry. Okay, I'm an English major. All right. The 8 of Swords indicates you're feeling trapped or stuck either by circumstances, the past, or your own internal fear of uncertainty. Feelings of separateness, not fitting in, and being unable to express yourself freely are also indicated. You may find yourself making excuses for why you can't move forward, or holding everything inside, feeling powerless to spark change. Since the way forward begins when you reclaim your power, start by taking small steps towards your true desires. Have faith and be patient. This process takes patience and perseverance, but you can do it. And that's for you today, Leo. 8 of Swords, your answer is no. Sagittarius. I've begun to do these on my lunch break versus in the early morning when I want to, just get out and go for a walk. I walk in the mornings. So it feels a little bit more relaxed. So, oops. Sagittarius, you have the King of Swords. The King of Swords is, I think of him as kind of like a hard creature. Not a hard creature, but I find it hard to explain to you why. He's very authoritative, quick, abrupt. I keep on wanting to say like a bit of a dick, like a little bit of a jerk. Just impersonal, unfeeling, very cut and dry. But I think that's unfair to him. He's very got that mental, intellectual clarity thing going. So reason, authority, discipline, integrity, morality, seriousness, high standards, strictness. Authority and truth. You are a natural leader who values honesty and integrity. I need to remember that. And is willing to speak truth to power. Your affirmation for today should be, I make decisions with logic and reason. That's for you today. Your answer is yes. Sagittarius, hold on. The King of Swords, right? Now we're at the King of Swords. I've read some of these, so these are all underlined. Some I have not. I was trying to read for myself and then read the cards that came up and highlight, but then it just gets all mixed up in your head, and that's how the idea of this channel was born. A little history there. Okay, masters of their suits. Kings represent stability, authority, and healthy masculine energy. We heard this with the King of Wands. King of Swords represents the elements of fire and air. The sword he holds is slightly tilted, suggesting movement and readiness to take action at a moment's notice. Okay, the King of Swords can represent you or another person who embodies the quality of authority, intelligence, and use of logic to attain success. It can also represent the energy of a situation requiring you to take decisive action. And I like the distinction that they make. Like, I can read what cards mean all day long, but what do they mean to you? That's the switch that I'm having trouble with, just reading. And, whether I read them here or with another person, I need to find a way to make them relatable to you, to your life. So, it can also represent the energy of a situation requiring you to take decisive action. So King of Swords is about decisive action on your own behalf or to stand up for others who may not have the power to defend themselves. Listen to your intuition for messages that can guide you when it's time to take action. You are a powerful authority who wields substantial intelligence. Trust your voice. Ultimately, that's what this is about. Trust your voice. Okay, earth signs. Taurus. You have the Ace of Cups. The Ace of Cups could represent a brand new love coming your way, the love of something, a new passion, something that will involve you emotionally, involve your warmth, your love, your affection, your compassion, something that is brand new that you've come across, and it's going to just to take a little bit of leap of faith for you. Love, new feeling, emotional awakening, creativity, spirituality, intuition, new beginnings in love and emotion. You are experiencing a new wave of love and positivity in your life. Positivity. I open my heart to love is your your affirmation. Your answer is yes. Taurus, Ace of Cups, and Ace of Cups. Okay. The Ace of Cups signals the gift of a new beginning rooted in love and emotional experience. Okay. General reading. When the Ace of Cups appears, the divine is offering you the love gift. The divine is offering you the love gift. That's major. Which can arrive in many forms, including self-love, a new relationship, or a new connection that will bring love, peace, and happiness into your life. Be open to receiving this gift. It was meant for you. That's awesome. Isn't that awesome? So that's for you today. Taurus, love gift. The divine is giving you the love gift. That's great. I love having more definitions to work with than the ones written on the cards. Ace of Cups. Your answer is yes. Taurus. Next up is Virgo. You have the Five of Wands. So the Five of Wands is healthy competition, nothing ugly. You and maybe you're in competition with somebody. It's about aggression. It's about competition, fighting, standing your ground, fighting for what you want, for your voice. But it does not indicate harm or dirty deeds. This is like rugby. You're in this game and you're playing, and you may not be playing, but it is all fair. Well, not fair. All fair in love and war. That doesn't indicate fairness either. It's just, it's a healthy competition, something that does not harm you. Yeah, let me just read it. Conflict, competition, arguments, aggression, tension, rivals, clashes of ego. Competition and conflict. You may be facing obstacles or dealing with rivals who are standing in the way of your goals. I embrace healthy competition and challenges. Your answer is no. That's for you today. Virgo, Five of Wands. And Five of Wands. I wish I had my highlighter. How will you handle the competitive dynamic energy of the Five of Wands? All right, here you see 5 young men engaging in a competition, banging their wands around playfully. No one appears to be angry or hurt. Instead, the focus is on active rivalry between worthy opponents and how ego drives their actions. All right. And you're very focused on the action. So the Five of Wands often shows up when you are steeped in conflict or disagreement and asks you to consider how you handle yourself during these situations. It can also indicate competition between qualified parties, all vying for the same position, such as applying for the same job. When dealing with others, you have strong opinions. Know that your point of view is also important, and don't be afraid to ruffle a few feathers in your quest for a successful outcome. That's for you today. Five of Wands. It asks you to ask yourself how you handle yourself during these situations. So it's almost like a reminder to, like, remember who you are. No matter what the situation is, you want to conduct yourself with a bit of integrity. But, you're in the fight, so you're in it. But have some integrity. Remember who you are. Okay, Capricorn. There you are. Come here. You have the Nine of Wands. The Nine of Wands is exhaustion, last stand, persistence, grit, being determined to see this out. Whatever this is, it means that you've been working hard for a long time, but you are determined to see this to the end. Last stand, persistence, grit, resilience, perseverance, near success, fatigue. Perseverance and resilience. You have been through a lot of challenges, but you are still standing and ready to face whatever comes your way. Your affirmation for today should be, I am prepared to face my challenges and overcome them. Your answer is yes. Capricorn, Nine of Wands. Nine of Wands. The Nine of Wands card appears when you feel resolved, but also a little exhausted by your journey. The Nine of Wands encompasses all of the events, struggles, and triumphs you've been dealing with up until this point. You may be exhausted and feel ready to give up, but you're almost there. It's time to dig deep into your reserves and push forward in the last stretch to complete your tasks. You are incredibly resilient, and you can handle any challenge that comes your way. That's for you today, Capricorn, Nine of Wands. Next up is air signs, Gemini. Gosh, I like this a lot better than just reading from the cards. The reading from the cards, I had started to really, already know them, so I was searching for more understanding about them and expanding my knowledge. So this is I'm so happy with this. Gemini. You have the Five of Pentacles. So whenever the Five of Pentacles pops up, you're feeling destitute, bereft, betrayed, left out in the cold, like no one cares. And notice that I'm saying you're feeling like that because whether that's the truth or not, what you should try to ask yourself if there is somewhere that you can ask for support. Is there somebody who can help you? Your answer is no. So hardship, loss, isolation, feeling abandoned, adversity, struggle, unemployment, alienation, disgrace. Hardship and poverty. You may be experiencing financial or emotional hardship and feeling left out in the cold. Your affirmation for today should be, I am not alone, and I am open to receiving help and support from others. And Five of Pentacles. So, with the Five of Pentacles card, you're asked to examine your faith in the abundant universe during challenging times. The two people featured on this card appear impoverished and physically suffering as they trudge through the snow. They walk past a beautiful stained glass church window depicting a tree with 5 golden coins, representing a warm spiritual sanctuary offering charitable care. Yet these two do not feel worthy of that charity and are determined to walk stubbornly toward further decline. That just adds just a tinge of a different take on this card. Like you're determined to walk toward further decline, even though there may be help out there for you. The Five of Pentacles indicates feelings of lack and loss and fear of scarcity. These emotions may have been caused by a job loss or some set of circumstances leading to a lack of resources, not a lack of reserves or reserves. What you focus on, when you focus on what you lack, it can be difficult to see the assistance that is close to hand. When you move from a mindset of needing to see it to believe it to one of believing it before seeing it, abundance is created within you. Don't you love that? Your feelings of worthiness combined with faith in the divine can lift you out of any period of loss. So believe in yourself, believe in others, believe that this situation that you may be in right now is not going to last. And what will last, however, is your worth and the love you have for others and the love they have for you. Next up is Libra. Oops. All right, that's the Hangman. The Hanged Man is surrendering to your circumstances, to reality, and making the conscious choice to maybe approach the situation from a different point of view, allowing yourself to see something from a new point of view. And I cannot think of the word, but I'm thinking about not allowing. Sacrifice, waiting, uncertainty, lack of direction, perspective, contemplation, surrendering and letting go of control. You may need to look at things from a different perspective and embrace a new way of thinking. Your affirmation for today should be, I surrender to the present moment. Your answer is maybe. Hanged Man. Hanged Man. The Hangman offers the unusual gift of suspended time. His presence is associated with a time period that is meant to help shift your perception of a situation. His presence is associated with a time period that is meant to help shift your perception of a situation. Interesting. During moments when no forward movement can be made, you have the opportunity to see your situation from a new perspective. Getting curious about what you can learn from this forced waiting period will lead to new spiritual insights. Surrender to what's happening and find peace during moments of inactivity until the time is right for action and transformation. Understood. I understand this a little bit better now because I was like, what does all these things mean together? Sacrifice, waiting, uncertainty, lack of direction, perspective, contemplation. Surrendering and letting go. It's like, what does that mean? But it's like during moments when no forward movement can be made, you have the opportunity to see your situation from a new perspective. Getting curious about what you can learn from this forced waiting period will lead to new spiritual insights. Find peace during moments of inactivity until the time is right for action. Okay. I have a little bit better understanding of it, so that's for you today, Libra, Hangman. Your answer is maybe. Aquarius. You have the Ten of Cups. Ten of Cups is everything, everywhere, all at once, with you, in perfect harmony and balance. Happiness, homecomings, fulfillment, security, emotional stability, domestic harmony. Happiness and harmony. You are surrounded by love, joy, and emotional fulfillment, and your family and community are supportive. Your affirmation for today should be, I am grateful for the love and joy in my life. And your answer is no, oddly enough. But what else do you need? So that's the Ten of Cups. So, Ten of Cups. A celebratory card filled with the energy of completion. So this is energy of completion. Indicates you've reached an apex of emotional fulfillment. happy couple. Yeah. Shining cups, rainbow, 2 children. They are grateful for their prosperous life. Your general reading is emotional fulfillment looks different to each individual at different stages of their life, so consider what it means for you. It may manifest as a happy family or a wonderful community that feels like a family. The Ten of Cups focuses on achievements of a level of love and success that fills your life with serenity, satisfaction, and gratitude. That's for you today, Aquarius. Ten of Cups, your answer is no. Cancer. Water signs. Cancer. Because I'm trying to do this one-handed, I'm like making the cards all crazy. 5 of Swords. So, 5 of Swords is conflict, bullying, aggression, protecting yourself, your property, arguments, disputes, aggression, bullying, intimidation, conflict, hostility, stress, conflict, and defeat. You may be dealing with a difficult conflict or feeling defeated by a recent loss or setback. Your affirmation for today should be, I choose my battles wisely. Your answer is no. That's for you today. 5 of Swords. And okay, there are several levels of 5 Swords. There are several levels of struggles buried in the 5 of Swords card. A smug young man holds 2 swords in one hand, while another sword stabs at the earth, and the remaining 2 swords lie near his feet. In the distance, 2 figures walk toward the water, defeated and visibly upset. Depicting the aftermath of a battle, this card is heavy with conflict and emotion, signifying conflict and loss, or winning at the cost of destroying important relationships. That's a lot more than you get, right? Than on the card. I love this. I love knowing a little bit more, a little from different angles. Okay, 5 of Swords teaches you that conflict, arguments, quarreling are a natural element of all relationships, but how you manage yourself during these moments will help you evolve. Start by understanding your triggers. Is it really that important to have the last word? What might these power struggles be trying to teach you? Other times, it's best to know when to walk away from a hostile situation. That's for you today. Cancer, 5 of Swords, and your answer is no. Next up is Scorpio. Adiós mío. Okay, Scorpio. Scorpio hides from me. Come on. Oh, there you are. 3 of Pentacles, coming together, partnerships, valuing each other in a community, and valuing what each of you bring to the table. You could be building something grand, something beautiful, something of great craftsmanship or quality, and you are each, however many there are in the group, it's about community, you're all skilled and you all value each other. Teamwork, shared goals, collaboration, apprenticeship, effort, pooling energy, collaboration and teamwork. You're working with others to achieve a common goal and are recognizing the value of each person's contributions. Your affirmation for today should be, I am grateful for the opportunity to work with talented individuals towards a common goal. Your answer is yes, Scorpio. And 3 of Pentacles. Oh, la madre. Okay, 3 of Pentacles. You've already worked to create balance in your life and are now ready for the expansive opportunities presented. Okay, here we see 3 people gathered. Okay, it's just describing what it's saying. The man standing on the bench. Okay. The man standing on the bench is the craftsman. He has valuable expertise and is confidently standing above the other 2 figures, explaining his vision. 3 Pentacles carved into the architectural design details show that this collaborative work is stable and long-lasting. The Three of Pentacles asks you to share your ideas with confidence and accept projects and work that stoke your passion. Your work will not only be well received by others, it will position you to open new doors of opportunity. This is the next level of prosperity you have been waiting for. Sorry. So no, do not doubt your abilities and skill. You have what it takes to build the prosperous future of your dreams. And that's for you today, Scorpio. Three of Pentacles, and your answer is yes. Sorry about that. Okay. And finally, Pisces. Oh, wow. I picked 2 and 3 fell down. And I figure if they fall down, they were like, no, not me. So, but I did pick 2. One is Queen of Swords and one is Eight of Cups. 8 of Cups represents you giving up, letting go, deciding that you will not sink any more energy, effort, love, passion, time, money into something old that does not work for you, and have decided that no matter what it takes, no matter where it leads, you are going to walk away from that thing that didn't serve you. Then the Queen of Swords is ruled by air signs, so Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. Very quick thinking, authoritative. And I have trouble with queens because I don't know what their purpose is. Like the king is mature, masculine, and leader. The women are leaders as well. And I'm so sorry, I'm being like reverse sexist. The queens are leaders as well, but they're also meaning something else, and I can never, it's so subtle, I can never think of what that means. But Pisces, you have the 8 of Cups, your answer is no. The Queen of Swords, your answer is yes. Abandonment, walking away, letting go, searching for truth, leaving something behind. Disillusionment and departure, you're leaving behind something that no longer serves you in order to pursue a higher calling. Your affirmation for today should be, I embrace change with courage and optimism. Queen of Swords, honest, independent, principled, fair, constructive criticism, objective, perceptive. I communicate with clarity and wisdom. And see, that's my thing. That's my whole point with all of the court cards. Pages are at least like learners, new ideas, embarking on something new. Knights are all about action. They're going forth. But king and queens, exactly what the hell does that mean? What do they mean? Queens, I communicate with clarity and wisdom, and that's why I'm very excited to be reading from books now. So, Queen of Swords. I communicate with clarity and wisdom. So the queens in tarot represent feminine energy that includes receptivity, honesty, compassion, and love. The Queen of Swords, right? There's very little. Okay, this indicates that clear communication, intellect, and logic are favored over emotional outpouring. So she's very, she the word cold comes to mind, but she's not cold. She's just cut and dry, like, come on, just a facts. The Queen of Swords can represent an actual person who embodies these characteristics, including yourself, or the energetic presence of intellect and wisdom in your life, particularly as it relates to decision making. This card asks you to approach complex situations by formulating a logical response instead of an emotional response. All right, I can get behind that. Intellectual, logical versus emotional. Use your intuition to guide you toward who or what this card represents in your life. So this could be an actual person that embodies these characteristics, including yourself. this card asks you to approach complex situations by formulating a logical response instead of an emotional response. So handle things with logic, clarity, intellectual clarity, and that's what the Queen of Swords represents. And it could represent you, could represent someone else. And the Eight of Cups. I have to go back to work here in a second. Whenever I'm doing these in the morning, I'm really rushed. I'm trying to get through them, and I'm doing this on my lunch break, and I have a whole hour. And I'm like, it feels so much better because I can take a little bit more time. You probably don't care, but okay. So, Eight of Cups. After wrestling with disillusionment and false promises, the Eight of Cups card shows that you're finally ready to walk away from trying and counterproductive situations. Beneath the crescent moon and watchful sun, representing the conscious self and intuitive self, a figure walks away from Eight Cups. He is clad in a red robe and boots, symbolic of passion grounded in desire. This person has sampled each cup and decided that none of their contents are satisfying, so he must go off in search of deeper fulfillment. The staff he carries reminds us, okay, la 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 la. The river symbolizes intuition and feeling his way forward in the dark, navigating the path by the light of the moon. The Eight of Cups is a reminder that you do not have to settle if you sense that there is something missing in your life. You don't need to know exactly what you are missing, though. You must be willing to follow your heart and instincts toward a more meaningful existence. In order to make that journey, you will need to release things that once brought you happiness, including people, behaviors, objects, and places. This may feel distressing in the moment, but don't let that flash of sadness trap you in a situation longer than you need to be. The inner call to await. No, the inner call to action awaits you. Sorry. So you, Pisces, you got these two together, which is interesting. This is asking you to follow your intuition, and this is asking you to follow logic and reason. So I think you're doing a combination of the two. I think you are a water sign after all. So you are already very, very emotionally attuned to who you are and to others. And the Queen of Swords is asking you to maybe develop look at things logically and with some rationale, as rational as you can be, as logical as you can be, which I think actually water signs really are, because when you're so in tune with yourself and others, you can't help but just see things clearly. I'm gonna have to pick those up, but that's it. That's all I have for today. This has been for April 18th, 2025. I do daily 1-card readings for each astrological sign, and I'll see you tomorrow.